Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your February 2019 general readings. Thanks for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers. I hope that everyone is having a lovely new beginning to this beautiful new year we are starting. Thank you for those of you who are continuing to follow my YouTube channel, and for those of you who take the time to send in your support and feedback and comments. And to all of my clients out there as well, thank you for continuing to keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the description bar of any of the videos I post for more info and contact details, or you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage and click on the little About button there for the same info and contact details. You can also email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I do a wide variety of readings of all different types and lengths in all the main areas of life. So email me if you're interested. Turnaround time is usually pretty good. I do readings full-time, 5 to 6 days a week. It is what I do. I can usually get back to you within the same day or the first 24 hours of your initial contact with some more information, and we will just go from there. All right, let's get into this reading. This reading is for the earth sign of Capricorn for the month of February 2019. So Capricorns for February 2019. Let's see what's in store for you. If you know your rising and moon sign, watch those videos as well. That can provide additional clarification. As you know, general readings can always resonate a little differently for everyone watching because there's so many of you watching. All right, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, we begin around the first week or so of February with Judgment, followed by the Magician. Around the second week or so, we have the Empress, followed by the Two of Swords. Around the third week or so, we have the Knight of Cups, followed by the Three of Wands. And around the last week of February, we have the Two of Pentacles, followed by the Eight of Wands. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and guidance for the month, you have two cards that came out, the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Let's start with your crowning card from the bottom of the deck, crowning cards, because you have two, an additional one that popped out. This represents the overall energy and focus for February 2019 and any advice as well. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which came out first, and the Six of Pentacles popped right on out behind it. So here we have tangible new beginnings or new opportunities here. Pentacles is earth energy, which is practical, tangible energy, and it often represents or manifests in the tangible area of our life: money, finances, property, job, real estate, etc. Things we can see and touch and feel, or the tangible efforts and work that we put into things. Aces represent the number one, so they represent a new start, a new potential, a new beginning, a new path, or the opportunity for one. So the Ace of Pentacles can represent a tangible new beginning, or a new beginning or opportunity that's going to make a difference in your practical life, in your day-to-day life perhaps. This is sometimes a card that comes up for moving, relocating, starting a new job, or a combination of all of those. Or sometimes it can represent receiving a sometimes unexpected sum of money that enables you to begin something new in a very practical way. Now what came out right behind it, right with it, is the Six of Pentacles, which is a card of giving and receiving. Sometimes being more open to giving, being more open to receiving. And as it's accompanying the Ace of Pentacles, it looks like a lot of you Capricorns will be, I believe, receiving something in the month of February 2019 that presents you with, that allows you to begin something new, some practical new thing, or it gives you the opportunity to start something new. For some of you, this might be a new job. Some of you, it might be moving or relocating. Some of you, it might be a combination of that. You might be moving or relocating for a new job. Some of you might be receiving a sum of money or financial aid that may I'm getting that some of you may be getting some assistance or help in getting into an apartment or a home. You might be receiving a loan of some kind, or getting a home loan approved or something of that sort. Some of you, it may be, it could be something as practical as, getting some help, a loan, or some actual help, formal or informal, on, again, moving or relocating into a piece of property, on a new car, or some of you, it's starting a new project of some kind. And for some of you, this project might be entrepreneurial. You might be starting, getting some financial or practical resources and help for starting something to make you more money. It could be starting your own company or business or project that's going to earn you more money. So that's the overall energy and focus for the month of February. But I feel like for a lot of you, some of you, this offer comes in and you just accept it, I feel. But I think for a lot of you, there's something being offered to you. And I think some of you might be unsure as to whether to take it or what to do with it. Because at the beginning of the month, and it looks like a pretty potentially significant change for you, and this new beginning could be potentially quite significant, because we started off with 3 major arcana cards, which represent significant life shifts or changes, or the opportunities for that. So at the beginning, we have Judgment and the Magician around the first week or so of February, time always being a little fluid. Judgment usually shows up when there is a decision to be made, and the decision is going to have important and long-lasting ramifications. There's an aura of finality, the energy of finality with Judgment, which means that whatever you choose, whatever you decide, whatever you set into motion, you're not really going to be able to reverse. So make sure to think very carefully before you make a final decision, to make sure that whatever you choose to do or whatever you set into motion is truly what you feel is what you want and what is really best. Judgment can also represent an evening out of scales. Sometimes it can represent a second chance at something, or an opportunity to even the scales somehow. For some of you, you might be on the other side of this. You might be actually the one giving to somebody else, but I think for the majority of you, it's you're being given to. And this could be karmic in a sense. It might be balancing out some imbalance that there was in your life previously. Now, Judgment is accompanied by the Magician, a strong, entrepreneurial, independent energy. Typically when the Magician comes up, it represents that you have, just like the Magician does, everything that you need in order to manifest whatever your ideas or your dreams are, because that's what the Magician represents. He's walked a long road, and it looks like so have you, Capricorn. He's worked a lot, he's practiced a lot, he's learned through trial and error, success and failure, triumph and defeat, and he's now reached a point in his career where he has mastered everything that he needs so that he can create whatever it is he wants to. This is about using your experience, your tools, your knowledge to take what's in your head and what's in your heart and manifest it externally in a very practical way, and manifesting your dreams and ideas into reality. Again, I'm getting the feeling, Capricorn, that whatever this Ace of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles represents, because this is a general reading, there's a lot of you watching, the details of what it is are going to vary. It could be actual money, it could be a loan, it could be getting into a home, getting into a car, it could be a new job offer, moving, relocating, a variety of different things. It could be unexpected sum of money. For some of you, it might be attached to a legal situation. The scale is being balanced out in what you're being given. But it puts you in a position to have to make a decision as to what you do with this new opportunity, with these resources, and with this new opportunity, this new chance. I feel like Spirit is giving you, and this might for some of you be happening unexpectedly or being kind of dropped in your lap unexpectedly. And I feel like Spirit is giving you the opportunity to choose wisely in manifesting what you want to do with this new opportunity, with this new beginning, with these new resources that are coming in or are being presented to you as well. For some of you, it may be actually having the practical resources to do something again in a different way, in a better way that maybe balances out something that was done in a wrong way or a broken way in the past. And that feels very specific, but somebody out there needs to hear it, so there you go. So around the second week or so, but again, I feel like a lot of you, for some reason, you don't act right away when this comes in or when this opportunity comes in. You spend some time kind of thinking about it. What should I do with this? What's the right thing to do with this? Now next, around the second week or so, we have the Empress and the Two of Swords. So the Empress, like the Ace, is also a card of new beginnings. It's a card of fertility. It represents that the time is right to plant seeds, to begin to sow something new. So you're being given an opportunity to start something new, and the time is right for this to happen. The Empress is all about fertility. It's right. The ground is right. The season is right. It's about planting seeds, because that's also what aces represent. They represent seeds. Now, of course, seeds, if you don't plant them and nurture them and take care of them, they don't really turn into anything. They require planting, nurturing, sustaining, feeding, pruning as things grow so that they can grow to their full potential, which in the end ends up giving back to you everything that you've put into that. So when the Empress shows up, it's usually a green light that now is the time to begin something new. And again, it's the Empress is right next to the Judgment, which is right next to this Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So Capricorn, it looks like Spirit is presenting this opportunity to you, that it's spiritually cradled and guided by God, Spirit, your angels, and guides, even though it may be coming through the form of something practical or other people. But the time is right to do that. Now, the Empress is clarified by the Two of Swords, which is a card that can represent feeling stuck, not wanting to look at something, not wanting to make a decision, not wanting to see the reality of something, because then it'll put you in the position of having to take the blindfold off and go, okay, this is where it is, and I need to make a choice. I need to set something in motion one way or the other. So I feel like for a lot of you, you may have been in this energy up until now, but I feel like Spirit is saying it is time. Now is the time. The blindfold must come off and you must make a decision about what to do. It is in your hands. You've been given this opportunity, but whether you take this opportunity and what you do with this opportunity is up to you. It's spiritually cradled and guided. The time is right, but like the Magician, it is entirely within your power what you decide to do and how you decide to do it. But it's definitely time for the blindfold to come off and see the reality for what it is. Make your choice. Now, next to that, we have the Knight of Cups and the Three of Wands. So with the Knight of Cups, we have emotional support coming in, offers of love, offers of support. Knights usually represent offers and opportunities coming in. Cups is water energy. It's energy of emotions, feelings, relationships, the heart. The Knight of Cups can represent somebody making an offer of love to you, expressing their feelings to you, emotional support and encouragement as well. And it's about helping you see the beginnings of your dreams and ideas manifesting, because it's clarified by the Three of Wands, which is about having put in some initial footwork, seeing this is beginning to see the manifestations of your goals paying off, beginning to, because we're at the 3 here. We're still early on in the path. The 2 wands planted behind him and the one that he's holding on to represents some initial work, some initial footwork, groundwork being laid, and waiting for the ship to come in, waiting to see things. It's kind of like you have a big goal, a big vision, and you're not there yet, but there's small goals along the way to reaching your ultimate goal. And this is about seeing some of those initial small goals being met, seeing the beginnings of things start to manifest because of the work that you've done so far. So there's definitely emotional support and encouragement coming in, particularly around the 3rd week or so. Now, I feel like this is more in the career, work, project, finances, practical area of your life. I don't feel like it's about love and romance. There could be a love and romance partner in there with you, helping you with this, encouraging you, giving you support and feedback, but I don't feel like it's necessarily centered around love and romance specifically, even though it does look like you have emotional support and love coming in for you around this issue, particularly around the 3rd week or so, in seeing how the beginnings of these goals, or perhaps seeing some of the smaller goals met on the path to whatever your big vision is for what this Ace of Pentacles, this new beginning, this new opportunity represents for you. Now at or towards the end of February 2019, we have the Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. So the Two of Pentacles, you have two twos in this reading, which usually represent duality, crossroads, choices. The Two of Pentacles can represent kind of juggling, going back and forth, trying to make a decision between two things, or actually juggling two things at the same time. It could be that for some of you at the end of the month, particularly if this is about job, work, career, you might be finding yourself working two jobs or working one job and focusing on getting this new beginning off the ground too, particularly those of you who are starting any kind of entrepreneurial projects. You may have to for a time work in one job while you're also trying to put together something else towards a more your own business or your own a more independent way of making income. But for a time you may have to be juggling both of those things at once. I feel for some of you this might be a partnership, or it might involve your partner or a partner of some kind, and you're trying to, some of you, maintain a work-life balance as well. I feel like there's a lot of communication for some of you going on more at the end of the month about having to make this decision for those of you that spend the majority of the month in contemplation of, should I take this offer, or how do I deal with what this opportunity represents for me? How do I put everything in place, and is this something that I need to do? And also I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Again, there's a few of you out there, not a large portion of you, but there's a few of you out there for whom this new opportunity or this tangible new beginning is in some way going to right a wrong from the past, or you're having the opportunity to do something in a tangible new way, either giving or receiving, that evens out the scales of something in the past that was uneven, out of balance, or represented something karmic that went wrong that you now have the opportunity to redress. And I feel like for those of you for whom that resonates, there's going to be a lot of communication, particularly around the last half of the month and at the end of the month. And it could be with a love partner or a very close emotional connection you have with somebody else about what the best way to do this is, because I do see a lot of communication with the Eight of Wands and the Two of Pentacles about how to do things, kind of going back and forth, getting things set up. There could be even some travel for some of you at or towards the end of the month, particularly for those of you for whom this Ace of Pentacles represents moving or relocating, whether it relates to a new job or a new project or not. So it feels like for the first half of the month, for a lot of you, it's mostly in contemplation. Do I take this new offer? Or if you have, what is the best way to use it? What is the best way to set this up? It looks like in the last half of the month, there's more external support coming in, more love, more support, more encouragement coming in as you start to see the beginnings of things manifest, and you start to have a lot more communication and conversations about how this is going to play out and how to set this up and what your steps are moving forward. And that may, for some of you, indeed involve traveling, moving, and relocating as well. Some of you, it may be a new job or a new work project or a new business that you're setting up as well. So Capricorn, that pretty much wraps up your February 2019 general reading. I hope you found it useful or will continue to as the month goes on. Again, if any of you are interested in a more personal one-on-one reading with me, live or recorded, please feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. You can click on the description bar of the videos for more info and contact information, or click on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage. I do love and romance, of course, compatibility readings, career, work, and finance, as well as investment readings. I offer 6 and 12-month overviews, which take a look at what's coming in all the main areas of your life over the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look. And you can order those any time of the year, but they're always popular around the end of one year and the beginning of another year as well. So something for you to consider. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy, and that link is also included. And that is good for quick answers to the quick, easy questions. So yet another option in this technologically savvy world we live in. So Capricorn, I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the February 2019 mid-month readings. Until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care. Bye-bye.